when you have power, you tend to be in more control in your life, and you tend to get more respect from your peers and from possible or potential mates, as in the females you're going to date. And when you are in a position of control and power, you will be in a happier state. You will have a higher view of yourself. You'll be more confident, and you'll just be basically a happier individual. And your time will tend to be used more wisely. You won't be wasting time crying, bitching, and complaining. You'll have tangible things going on in your life. And as I said before, a lot more people will want to be around you. Now, in my opinion, I said there was 4 pillars of power, but really there's like 5. And there's actually more, but like I like to make things simple. Financial power, yeah? Your money. I feel like this, like if you are a broke individual, you have no place crying and complaining about people respecting you or girls not wanting to date you. You should be more focused on getting financial power and putting yourself in a better financial situation. Because at the end of the day, majority of people, I would say 99% of people who are broke are not happy. 99% of people who are broke wish that they won the lottery. You can't be happy being broke. You can't be happy living a shit life, living like a bum. It's unacceptable. You should not want to accept that. You should not settle that for your life. You was not born and put on this planet to be a bum. It's unacceptable, fam. Yeah, so you need to work on your finances. A lot of you guys are more obsessed with vagina than you are obsessed with your own bank account, and that is just very destructive and dysfunctional. And it shows that you just have your priorities upside down. A lot of you guys are just happy working a job. Like, I feel like it's a very dangerous situation to be in, where you're relying on just one source of income, your JOB, which really stands for and is an acronym for just over broke. You see, when you don't have no financial power, you are at the mercy of your boss. You are at the mercy of the economy. You are at the mercy of your company doing well or falling to pieces. I would say it's in every guy's best interest to be more entrepreneurial and try to create some kind of service-based business that will weather the storm in bad times. It's also a good idea to find good investments, sensible investments. Whether you're educating yourself in certain things as like trading or real estate investment and stuff like that, that would be a great advantage. But if you are a guy who's just working a dead-end job, such as you just work in a clothes shop, retail, yeah, you're not pushing yourself to your max potential. When you have money, you have freedom. Whether you like it or not, or you want to say the love of money is the root of all evil, right? Money makes the world go round. Money is a tool which can solve a lot of problems. And at the end of the day, nobody is jealous of the homeless man sitting on the corner asking for coins. Nobody's jealous of that guy. You want to be financially secure. There's a certain level of happiness in knowing that you don't have to worry about paying your rent. You don't have to worry about your next meal. There's a certain level of happiness you get when you can go on holiday. You can pay for your electricity, your gas, etc., your water in your house. That security is very important. Most people who are stressed out are usually stressed out over money. And at the end of the day, in terms of dating, right, bruv, women are expensive. Even the ones that don't ask you for anything, that You know, they're not really trying to be money grabbing gold diggers. Yeah, they're still an expense. Is the dating and women are an expense, whether you like it or not. Right. So it's something you need to bear in mind. And another thing you need to understand is that time is money. Time is money, because time is the only commodity that you can't get back. You know, we've all heard of stories of people being homeless, flat broke, and then, you know, they built some kind of business, or they got a big break or opportunity, and then they became millionaires. We've heard all of the success stories like that. But the only thing that you cannot overcome is time. When time is lost, it's lost. The younger you are, you need to be more obsessed with being successful and getting financial power, physical power, right? Because, you know, especially in terms of dating, a lot of guys will talk about how, you know, looks matter, which is something I completely agree with. And, you know, a lot of guys will say, well, you know, I've been dealt a bad hand, I can't, you know, improve my looks, and, you know, it's over for me. But I don't necessarily think that's true. I think that there is maybe a certain ceiling that every person can reach as an individual, but I don't think the majority of people have pushed themselves to reach their full potential. So in terms of physical power, yes, you can't change your face necessarily, like naturally anyway, and you can't change your height, but you can change your build and your fitness, and you can change how your image is. You can change uh, your basic look. Some of you guys are overweight. Some of you guys need to lose weight, get on a diet, start exercising. Some of you guys are just frail and weak. You know, you may want to build at least a little bit of strength inside yourself. And as I said, you know, in past videos, you know, I used to be fat. I used to be a fat little kid, and I even got bullied for that, you know. And it wasn't until, you know, I got into sports and, you know, started going to the gym regularly, that's when things started to change. You know, my peers started to respect me, girls started to gravitate to me more. You know, I had a higher self-esteem, I had more confidence. And let me tell you this, it's not a quick fix. You know, it's going to take a lot of trial and error. All right. Now, the gym is just one aspect of it. You know, some guys, they don't wear clothes that suit themselves. All right. You need to know what suits you and what doesn't suit you. Right? Everybody's build and frame is not the same. What you see on somebody else that looks like it's working may not work for you. So you need to find your own lane. All right. What is your look? What complements your build, your size, your face? And then you know, you gravitate to what works. Stop messing around or being delusional or being angry that, you know, people do not respect the look that doesn't work for you, just because you just want to put that out there. It doesn't go like that, unfortunately. Life is not fair, right? So as I said, you know, some of you guys need to start exercising and just being more healthy. Some of you guys have got poor diets, you know, you're eating crap all the time. Trust me, the term "you are what you eat" is very, very true. If you eat shit, you are shit, in my opinion. So, you know, you might want to change that make that lifestyle choice. Some of you guys are heavy smokers, you know, some of you guys are heavy drinkers. That is not going to aid in you having physical power at all. It's only going to subtract. Some of you guys need to understand that you're putting poisons inside your body. You know what I mean? And you need to avoid doing that. So that's the physical power aspect. You know, get healthy, get in shape, you know, put out the best product, right? Have a proper haircut, wear proper clothes. Now, I'm not saying you need to buy expensive name brand clothes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you need to just wear what suits you and what complements you. Mental power, very, very underrated, but very, very important pillar of power. Mental power, right? A lot of guys and girls, you know, do not have any mental toughness, right? They don't have the perseverance to overcome obstacles. You know, when the going gets tough, they crumble and they start crying and complaining and looking for people to blame. No, that's a waste of time and energy, and you're moving backwards. You need to use your time wisely and constructively. You need to think logically, especially men. We always need to think logically. We don't have the luxury of thinking emotionally, because when things mess up in our lives, you know, people do not give us the benefit of the doubt, and they don't, you know, sympathize with us. They tell us to man up. That may not be fair, but that's just the way it is. You need mental toughness. You need to be able to see an asset from a liability. You need to make educated choices and decisions. You need to understand that your life is not for sale and it's not a joke. You got to be able to weigh up your options. And you need to improve your intelligence just in general. I find it unacceptable that guys and you know, people in general just walking around just as idiots, deliberately ignorant. The internet is there, you know, you can find out anything you want to learn. You know, you can learn about other countries, you can learn other languages, you can learn about your own history, you can learn a trade, you can learn how to create a business, you can learn a new talent, a new skill. There's absolutely no reason why, you know, the majority of us are not, you know, intellectual or academic. There's no reason why. There's no reason why you can't expand your vocabulary. There's no reason why. So I think that everyone needs to really invest in themselves and educate themselves, right? There's no reason why you should be walking around ignorant. There's no reason why you should be walking around not having the answers to the questions. You know, it's not funny being ignorant. It's not funny being stupid. Social power, right? A lot of guys, I believe, that complain that they can't get girls, or girls don't like them and they reject them, and you know, it's over for me, it's because I'm not good looking. To be honest, I think the majority of these guys are not especially ugly or repulsive. I think the majority of these guys do not have any social skills. You see, you got to understand, this world works on communication. You know, I know a lot of you've heard, you know, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And that is so true. Many of the opportunities, or, you know, ways I've had successes in my life have been based down onto the fact that I know how to talk. I know how to make people feel comfortable. I know how to take a joke. I know how to relate to people. People like being around me because I make them feel comfortable when I talk to them. I don't have no hang-ups. I don't stutter. I don't get butterflies in my stomach when I see a pretty girl. I don't have no inferiority complex when I'm around other men. Young, old, black, white, it makes no difference. They're all the same. A lot of you guys need to work on that extremely hard. You know, I hear a lot of guys on YouTube complain about, you know, this, that, the other, and just by listening to them speak, you can tell they don't have social power. It is obvious. Some people sound like they're scared when they're talking. Some people just don't sound like they're sure of themselves when they're talking. I'm sorry, this world is not fair. It's not an easy place. And you will get chewed up if you don't even have that ability to speak. A lot of successful people who are not very talented, who don't have much skill, that don't even have much mental power, have become successful because of social skills, because they have the right social circle. You know, you need to be around the kind of people you want to be. You know, we have this phrase of like, if you show me your friends, it shows me who you are. You want to be around successful people. You want to be around people who have mental power. You want to be around people who have financial power. Iron sharpens iron. You want to be around smart people who make smart choices. If you surround yourself around stupid people, you by default will be stupid. My best advice in that respect is that you should get into the habit of just talking to anyone and everyone. Again, black, white, young, old, man, woman, child, adult. Smart, dumb, everybody. You need to be able to build rapport. You need to be able to build rapport with people. Make other people feel comfortable when they're around you. Leave a good impression when you speak to people. And I know it's very easy for me to say that. And this is another thing which is not an overnight fix. None of these things are overnight fixes. None of them. Right? But it is something that has to be done. And it's only going to reap benefits and rewards. It will get you very far. Being able to talk and network. It will get you very far. Because you've built rapport with certain people, they will be more inclined to help you and put you forward for things. And it's a great gift and skill to have good social skills. Absolutely clutch. The reason why a lot of you lot are listening to me on this YouTube channel is because I have social skills. I have social power. I know how to speak. I'm outspoken. I have a wide vocabulary. I know how to speak to, hood people. I know how to speak to academic people. I know how to speak to men. I know how to speak to women. It's something you need to learn. It's very, very vital, bro. Seriously. Spiritual power, right? Spiritual power. You need to be right within yourself, right? Some of you are walking around with demons inside you. Some of you are battling demons. You're at war with yourself. That's one of the reasons why people don't want to be around you. That's one of the reasons why people avoid you. A lot of times it's very easy to look at someone and see that, they're not right. There's something going on. There's something negative going on inside their brain. That's spiritual power. You need to be right within yourself. And why spiritual power is so important is because when you are balanced, you have homeostasis, right? Homeostasis, which means balance, right? When you have balance within yourself, you will have greater awareness, and you will be a happier person. You'll be a more balanced individual. You'll tend to make more sensible choices and decisions. You will be less distracted by things that don't matter. You won't be seeking validation from strangers. You won't be looking for happiness in a female. Yeah, you'll be less likely to indulge in self-destructive behaviors. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe in anything, they're atheists or whatever, listen, this applies to you lot as well. That's just the tenets, my personal philosophy about power. That's why I always talk about power. That's why I've got power in the corner of the screen, and I hope you lot take that on board.